It's nice to be able to take something from a concept through to actually something physical. It's like the story about the two stonemasons. They asked the first guy, "What do you do?" And he just chips away at rocks and makes them into bricks. And he asked the other one, and he said, "I make cathedrals." That's one of the things that we want our team to understand, that the things that they're making is important and goes into some really important industries. It needs to work first time. It needs to be strong and robust, and that's what we've been doing. These are ambient air vaporizers that we're building, and so they're relying on the actual ambient conditions for where they're going in. It might be 40 degrees outside, and then all of a sudden the front of it sees liquid nitrogen at nearly minus 200 degrees. A 5-metre unit can shrink by over an inch. The main industrial gases are things like liquid oxygen, liquid nitrogen, liquid argon, and to a lesser extent liquid CO2. To store them efficiently, they actually refrigerate them down to very low temperatures. So for the same amount of mass, you're about 1/400th of the volume. So if we take the liquid, we bring it through our vaporizer, it absorbs the heat from the air and turns it into a gas. So you'd see a lot of our equipment in hospitals all around Australia, in refineries and other processing plants, wineries. Liquid CO2 is used a lot in beverage and water treatment. So there's a lot of our vaporizers go into plants for major beverage producers. We're currently building large systems for several desalination plants in Western Australia. More recently, there's been a big need for liquefied natural gas, which uses all the same equipment and techniques. So we've been doing a lot of LNG systems. We've been around for 25 years. We work to support all of the customers locally. We take the time to find out all the process requirements that the customer needs, the flow rate, the pressures, the duration of operation, the type of gas that they're doing, the pressures that they're running at. Sometimes it might be at high altitude, sometimes it might be very dry, and then we're able to model it to get the right amount of surface area. When you look at the extrusion, you think, why is it designed like that? It's there to get a lot of surface area into a very small space. And then if you look a little bit more closely, not all the fins are the same. So at the front end of our vaporizers, they have 4 fins. At the back end, they have 12 fins. The front of the vaporizer is very, very cold. In a nitrogen application, it might be nearly minus 190 degrees. So it's absorbing all the moisture from the air, turning it into snow and blocking it up. So we want fewer fins so that the snow can disappear. But at the warm end of the vaporizer, we want to be absorbing as much heat as we can and make it as efficient as possible. A lot of our vaporizers are 100% aluminium. Aluminium has quite a high coefficient of thermal expansion and contraction. We're actually holding up to 40 bar of pressure inside these vaporizers. So the quality of the extrusion is really crucial for us. That's one of the things that we've liked about Capral, that we know and we can trust in the equipment that we're supplying. The tolerances of both the large extrusion and the brackets need to be very accurate so that we can slide one over the other. And if we don't, then they don't go together. The other thing too is our extrusions can be, 6 or 7 metres long. We need those extrusions to be dead straight. Even if they've twisted just a little bit, then we can't assemble it either. So those two things are very important. I've just gone 25 years in March with the organisation, and I was new to the manufacturing side of things. We met Peter Dovell and Alf from Capral, and we built up a really good relationship. They took time to understand the things that we were doing, and they've got multiple manufacturing facilities. And I think it's been a good partnership too. In those larger jobs, we can talk to them and say, look, we're going to need some help, and we're still going strong. In 25 years, I've seen multiple evolutions of what we do. And one thing we can't do is we can't just stay still. It's all about making sure that we understand what our customers need and how we can deliver on that long term.